Do you recognize any of these words? Government, freedom, pillar, equality, democracy. Take a minute and try to picture an image or a drawing that you would put with these words to help people understand their meaning. Can you see something? Have you ever typed into a web browser like Google, origin of, and then the word to get the origin? Like, where does the word come from? How does it break down? What does it mean? Democracy comes from two Greek words. Demos means people, and kratos means power or rule. Democracy is power of the people, or by the people. In Canada, every person has an equal vote to decide on who the leadership in their society will be. Democracy comes from ancient Athens in the 5th century before Common Era, so a long time ago. In Athens, they practiced something called direct democracy, where the citizens formed the government by a lottery, and you would have to serve in the government for a year if your name was drawn. In Canada and the United States, we have something called representative democracy. This is where people elect representatives, other people who hopefully represent their views to be in government. Today, we're going to learn about the pillars of Canadian democracy. So the 4 pillars are freedom, representation, equity, and justice. Freedom. People have the right to think and speak as they wish. In Canada, we definitely have freedom of speech, but we also do not allow hate speech. Representation. So elected representatives are people who were chosen by or voted in, and they act on behalf of the citizens in an area. And everybody gets the same number of votes. Everybody gets 1 vote in every election. So we live in Canada. We live in Calgary, in Alberta, Canada. So here's British Columbia. There's Alberta in light blue, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, which is actually a little island in the middle, not that big one on the right, Newfoundland and Labrador, the Yukon, these are the territories, and the Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. So this is all of Canada's provinces and territories. We have 3 levels of government. We have us at the center, and then we have a local government, so somebody that represents us in the city of Calgary. Then we have a provincial government, so we have somebody called an MLA who represents us in the provincial government, and then we have an MP in our area that represents us at the federal government level. The 3rd pillar is equity. We've seen this picture before. You guys did a writing assignment on it. So individuals and groups have the same opportunities in life, which does not necessarily mean that they're given the same thing, as they are all given the same box on the left, but the one person can't see over the fence. So it's giving people enough so that we can all be on an even playing field. Here's another picture that sort of shows that. So in the first picture, one person is not really getting to participate, and in the second picture, they all get to participate equally. So there's things that will help people do that. The 4th pillar is justice, fair treatment of individuals and groups. And this is a symbol that's used for the legal system. It's like a balance of scales, right and wrong, that sort of thing. So there you are. There are your 4 images. So you have freedoms, you have representation, people in government, you have equity, and you have justice. And there it is one more time. So after you watch this video, I want you to think of any other pictures you could use to represent these 4 concepts. So what would be a picture that for you means the freedoms that people have? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, that sort of thing. How would you show representation, people being in government and kind of representing who we are. How would you show equity? We had 2 really good examples there. Is there another way that you could show that? Or how would you represent justice, as in fairness and the right to a fair trial, that kind of thing? So you guys are going to pick a picture for each one, and then there's an assignment that goes with that I'd like you to look at in the content tab under Pillars of Democracy. Okay, thanks so much.